All right. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, all of my people. Welcome to the Deal Hill Fulfill community. Thank you guys once again for tuning in. It is Friday morning, January 31st. Oh man, we're almost out of January. Dang, this year is going by fast already. We're almost one day before February, man. This year is already kicking in high gear. But thank you guys for tuning in this morning. Welcome to the Deal Hill Fulfill community. Do me a favor, as always, hit that invite button and invite your suggested friends on Facebook. That is the people that Facebook have already vetted and believe will make a good addition to our community that will add value or get value from the community. So make sure you invite your suggested friends or invite all your friends. You're here, so obviously you think there is some value in this community, which I know there is. So invite your friends. Don't keep it to yourself. Share it with someone else. Let your friends know that we are here. Also, for all of our new members and current members who haven't already, make sure you guys sign up for your free gift and go to the featured section inside of the community to make sure that you guys sign the form that I can send you a free gift, as well as some valuable information that I think you guys don't want to miss out on. So make sure that you guys sign up for that. Also, shout out to Kay Marie for yesterday for doing our Meet the Community interview yesterday. Did you guys watch it? It was great. It was a great interview. We talked about grief and dealing with grief. Make sure you guys go back and watch that if you haven't watched it already. It was a great interview. Make sure you guys sign up to do your own Meet the Community interview so we can introduce you to the rest of the community so that we can see how we can support you in the things that you are doing. So make sure you guys sign up for your Meet the Community interviews. As like I said, shout out to Kay Marie for yesterday's interview. Also, Wednesday was podcast release day for the Deal Hill Fulfill, not Deal Hill, Deal to Heal podcast. It was podcast release day for the Deal to Heal with E. James podcast. Those episodes always release on Wednesdays. Make sure you guys go to our YouTube channel, which is the Deal to Heal Podcasting Network. Again, that's the Deal to Heal Podcasting Network on YouTube. Make sure you guys go there and subscribe so that you don't miss any of our podcasts. Also, starting tomorrow, I think tomorrow will be our first for February. We are bringing back our episodes for the Girl Dead Discussions podcast, and so we have took a pause for a little while to get some more recordings done, and we're going to start releasing them again. So Wednesdays, the Deal to Heal with E. James podcast airs, but on Fridays, the Girl Dead Discussions podcast comes out. So make sure you guys go to Deal to Heal Podcasting Network on YouTube in order to subscribe to our YouTube channel so you don't miss any of the podcasts. There's also two other podcasts, which is the Earn the Earth podcast, which is a pilot podcast that I did with my brother, and also the Love Walk Faith Talk podcast is there, which comes out every Tuesday. I believe it's every Tuesday. It releases every Tuesday, which is a Bible study podcast that my sister has been doing for almost 4 or 5 years now. So great information there as well. So make sure you go to Deal to Heal Podcasting Network on YouTube and subscribe to our YouTube channel so that you guys can get, so you don't miss a podcast episode. Also, what I was going to say. Oh, right now we are giving away, hold on, I think I went too fast. Right now we are giving away my ebook, Forgiving Me, the 4-Step Guide to Self-Forgiveness, absolutely free. If you go to ebooksbyejames.com, you can get your free copy of Forgiving Me, the 4-Step Guide to Self-Forgiveness. While you're there, make sure that you check out our other ebooks, including the Core 4, which is the Core 4 values that every daughter should get from her father, as well as the Start Your Podcast Now ebook. And also there is the From Males to Men ebook, which is a male mentoring ebook for young teenage boys that's crossing over into manhood, to give them some guidance even on that. So make sure you guys, again, go to ebooksbyejames.com to get your free copy of my ebook, Forgiving Me, the 4-Step Guide to Self-Forgiveness. And while you're there, grab one of the other ebooks. They're not that expensive. So do me that favor. That being said, today, I just want to talk, right? I just want to talk briefly, right? It's Friday. I know a lot of us are getting ready for work. We're not already at work. So I don't want to hold you too long today. And I usually don't hold you too long anyway. But I just wanted to talk today because I named this episode Dreams and Nightmares, right? Because I had a nightmare the other day. Like, literally, for real, I had a nightmare the other day. And it was very bad. And I woke up and my daughter was there and she's like, "Dad, are you okay?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I'm okay." And I immediately took her hand and started praying over us, me and her, and praying for our family and praying for just everyone connected to us. So once I went back to sleep and I got up the next couple of hours, I had woke up with a headache, not a really bad headache, but bad enough, a headache and some things on my mind and on my heart. And what I realized is I believe that I'm coming into a season of blessings, right? I'm coming into a season of influence, a season of, really making a difference in the world. And a lot of times when we talk about our dreams, we talk about sometimes when we dream, our dreams is made up of things that we are thinking about during the day, and your mind is still kind of processing it after you go to sleep. And so before I went to sleep, I was really going over some things in my mind about opportunities that's coming, upcoming opportunities, upcoming things that I've been working on that is coming into fruition at this time, and just kind of going over those things in my head. And I realized that, one of those things that I'll even say this, one of those things that was on my mind is getting reconnected or getting more involved with my church, right? So I'm already involved in the production side. I run the cameras sometime on some Sundays, on my appointed Sundays. I run the cameras for a couple services and things of that nature. But I wanted to get personally back connected. And so I went on our website. We have a website. I went on the website. Shout out to Anthem Church in Hammond. I went on the website and I signed up to join a men's group, right? One of our men's groups. And I did that maybe an hour before I went to bed. And I think that the enemy, the devil, whatever name you want to give to him, I believe he knows that there is coming a season for me, and this not just for me, but I'm walking into a season that God has appointed for me, right? To have more influence, to have more, connections, to make more of a difference in this world and in the areas in which I am heading. And he wanted to sort of block that for me. And so I had this bad nightmare, and I won't get into the nightmare, but I had this bad nightmare. And like I said, I woke up and my daughter's there and she's like, "Dad, you okay?" And I'm just like, "Man, I'm all right," and started praying with her, started praying over us as a family, start praying over people that we're connected to, start praying over the vision that God has given me, praying over the mission that I have and the purpose that I have, and bringing it, and praying that God cover it, to bind the enemy on every hand so that he can't stop what God has for me to accomplish, right? But that just got me to thinking, today, just getting up this morning, I actually was thinking about it last night, and just really I want to talk about it, and I want to encourage somebody today, right? Because we are on this journey, and especially in this community, I believe most of us in this community is on a healing journey, and not just a healing journey, but also a journey to purpose. Also on a journey to creating something in this world that's going to make a difference. In these last couple of years, I've been connecting with a lot of coaches and authors and things of those natures, like people that's really in the space of creating something to make a difference. And I think it's just been hard for a lot of us trying to put things together, trying to run a successful business, trying to get a business off the ground, whether it's speaking or even trying to finish that book. All of these things just has been challenging in the last couple of years. And I think that's because in the climate that we're in now, right? And I don't get into politics because it's an endless conversation and a mindless conversation for me for the most part. But in the climate that we are in, with politics, with government, with all the changes that's being made on a daily basis, there we need help. Right? We need help and we need hope in this world. Right? Again, there's a lot of things going on, and I think that the enemy knows it. The devil knows it. That we are here to make a difference, and that we will make a difference as long as we stay consistent and keep our eyes on the prize of what God has called us to do. And He doesn't want that to happen. And so He's doing all these things to discourage us, to keep us, roadblocks, whether it's financially, whether it's with our families, whatever He can do to get us to slow down, to get us to stop, to get us to second guess if we are really called to these missions. Are we really called to the purpose that God has for us? And the more He can get us to second guess ourselves or slow down or even stop, the more He wins, the more He gets to push His narrative and the things that He wants out of this world, to see all of us perish and to see all of us perish, and to see all of us, in some kind of space that's not good for us, whether it be mentally, physically, whatever it is. He has no good intentions for us. And if He can get us, those of us who have been purposed, those of us who have been missioned, those of us who are on have a vision given to us by God in order to make change in this world, positive change. If He can get us to stop, then He wins. If he can get us to second guess ourselves, if He can get us to really, give up when we hit certain roadblocks, or even slow us down to the point that those who are waiting for us, right? Those who are waiting to hear from us, those who are waiting to hear our message, those who are waiting because they need our message, they need our influence, they need us to stand up in the space and the purpose that God has given us, because they are relying on us. And if He can get us to stop, not only do He stop us, not only do He, put a roadblock in our way, if He get us to stop fulfilling the purpose that God has for us, then all of those people who's connected to our message, He gets to block them too, just by blocking us. Because even if you think about it, if you think about Dr. King, who we celebrated not too long ago, a couple of days ago, what would have happened if he would have stopped, right? What would happen if he didn't fulfill his mission? And even if you think about the March on Washington and that whole, millions of people that was out there, what if he had stopped? Just those million people, not even talking about the people afterwards, like myself and our generations who benefits from the changes that he fought for. But what about the people even in that day and time, all those million people that was a part of the March on Washington? What if he had stopped before the march? What would happen to all those people? What would their morale look like? How hopeful would they have been for the future that God had for them, right? And the part that they played. But because he kept going, because he even sacrificed of himself, knowing that he was going to be killed eventually, and still kept forward and pressed forward with the mission that God had given him, because he did, we still now get to benefit from the sacrifice in which he made. And we have to look at our mission that same way. We have to look at whatever it is that God has given us, that's in that same light. Like there is bigger than us. It's bigger than just us and what we're going through. But there are so many people whose deliverance, whose healing, whose faith are connected to the work that we're led to do. There's so many people whose lives are connected to the work that we've been called to do. And we can't allow our own fears to stop us. We can't allow the fears of others to stop us. We can't allow the tests and trials of the world, of this life, to stop us from doing what we've been called to do, because it's so much greater than us. And as we look from day to day, we see so many things are changing, so many people that's in need of help, that's in need, of assistance and hope and healing in different ways. And we have to do our part. We have to carry out the vision that God has given us, because we are the change makers. We are the people whose lives, our lives, will make a difference in the lives of others, right? The things that we learn, the things that we teach, the things that we value will become things that other people can learn and value as well. And it's going to make a difference in their lives, right? And so I just really just want to talk a little bit and just encourage you guys, keep going, because we have a message. You have a message. You have a story. You have a purpose that God has purpose in your heart, in your mind, for you to accomplish, a vision that he has given you to accomplish in this world. And the world needs it. It needs it, especially right now, right? We need hope. We need healing. We need deliverance in so many areas of our lives. And it's not just one area. It's in every area. We talk about relationships. We talk about finances. We talk about family. We talk about our friend circles. We talk about even our leisure, the things that we do for fun. You know what I mean? We're losing interest even in just being able to go somewhere and have fun, right? If you think about the different things that have happened over the last couple of years and shootings and things of that nature, where people are just going to concerts and stuff like that. There's so much stuff that's happening. We can't even have fun without looking over our shoulder. We have to keep going. Those of us who God has pressed upon our hearts to make a difference, to make change in this world, we have to keep going. We have to keep going. We have to keep moving. And we got to keep pressing forward, no matter what that looks like. No matter the nightmares that you may have, no matter the people that may try to stop you, no matter the situations that might try to stop you, we have to keep going because it's bigger than us, right? And so, again, I didn't want to keep you guys too long today. I just wanted to share that because that was on my heart, even dealing with my own, trials and tribulations, and being able to see that the things that I'm pressing for are just within reach, right? They're right within reach with the things that I want to accomplish and the things that I want to do. And the people that I'm going to connect with, even inside of this community, being able to connect with you guys and build with you guys. Some of you guys I know personally, and we've connected, and some people we've just connected, virtually. But I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to connecting with you guys even more. And like I said, I can see where the vision is just within reach. And so I know that, the devil was mad and he's trying to get me to stop, trying to impress upon me, worry and fear and all of those things that will get me to stop and get me to second guess myself and get me to, to stress upon things that I can't change, to keep me from making change in this world. But I'm not going to let them win. I'm not going to let them make me stop, because I know where my power lies, and I know who is the source of my power and the source of my strength. and the source of my faith. And so I just want to encourage you guys as I'm being encouraged, as I encourage myself, right? I want to just encourage you guys, man, those of us who God has given a vision, those of us who God has given a purpose, and we all have a purpose, right? And even those who have not found their purpose yet, but are willing and looking to see where it is that God will have them do, what it is that God will have them do. We cannot allow ourselves to be sidetracked. We cannot allow ourselves to succumb to fear. We cannot allow ourselves to stop pressing for the mark of the higher calling that God has called us to. And so I just pray this morning to encourage you guys, to keep you guys, to tell you guys to keep pushing even as I'm keep pushing. And so I want us to connect. I want us to keep each other in prayer. I want us to keep each other on our minds. And if there's any way we can help one another, if you see someone doing something or moving in a certain space and you have the ability to help them to achieve whatever it is that they're trying to achieve, let's come together. Let's unite. Let's keep this movement going of hope and healing and fulfillment in our lives, because our lives help others to fulfill the gaps in their lives. All right. So that's all I want to say. I don't want to, again, keep you guys too long today. Thank you guys once again for being a part of the Deal, Heal, Fulfill community. We are a growing community. Guys, remember, this is not just my community. It is our community. I would love to see you guys having these talks in the morning or just joining me in the talks in the morning. I also would love to see or know what more of the community would you guys like to see. Maybe so. I love books, and I always promote different books inside the community. Maybe we start a book club or something and read some books together. I don't know. Whatever it is that you guys want, right? Whatever you guys want, DM me, send me some suggestions. We can add some things to it to make it more valuable for you guys. So also, make sure you guys sign up for your Meet the Community interviews so we can introduce you to the rest of the community, so we can know what you're up to and how we can support you. Hit that invite button, invite your suggested friends and all of your friends. Don't keep it to yourself. Share with someone else that we are here. Look out for the podcast that I release on Wednesdays and soon to come on Fridays with the Girl Dad Discussions podcast. And that is all that I have for you guys today. I love you. I am praying for you. Don't stop believing. Don't stop moving. Don't stop pressing forward. Keep your vision in front of you and not in your rear view. Keep pressing. All right. Until next time, you guys be blessed.